Don't say it, baby. Don't say it, baby. Don't say it, baby.
Okay, you fans of Nat King Cole, one of the most wonderful singers of the 20th century. I'm in the Hancock Park area of Los Angeles. I'm going to take you to the home that he bought with his wife Maria and his then adopted daughter Carol. And Natalie wasn't born until 1950, but he bought this house in August of 1948 at 401 South Muirfield. We're coming up to it. When he bought this house, or when he was going to buy it, the Property Owners Association, and I'm looking at it straight on there, catty corner, they offered $25,000 to him to not buy the house, but he bought it anyway. And he bought it for $65,000, and he died sadly at 45 in 1965. And his wife Maria, she continued living here until 1972. And Natalie Cole, when she found out, she was really sad. Her and her sister and her mom moved back east, and she said now to buy it back on Zillow it would be $5 million, and he bought it at the time for $65,000. And it's actually on Muirfield between 4th Street and 6th Street. Okay, I'm making a U-turn. I'm just showing the people all over the world the way the Hancock Park area of Los Angeles looks. And after he bought the house, the Property Owners Association, they came up to Mr. Cole and they said they did not want any undesirables moving in. Nat King Cole replied, "Neither do I, and if I see anybody undesirable coming in here, I'll be the first to complain." And one more thing, they gave him flack, here it is, until none other than the chairman of the board himself, Old Blue Eyes, came here to visit. One day, all the neighbors all around here were on their front porches, and when they saw old Frankie, they said, "Oh, no way, we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to get involved with Frankie and his pals." They backed right into their house, their little mansions. They closed the doors and they said, "Okay, all right, Nat, no problemo. Okay, well, here it is with these beautiful sycamore trees." And he actually bought this with the money that he made for Johnny Mercer and Capitol Records. And if you could believe it, when he signed in 1943 with Capitol Records, a fledgling little record company, his first hit was Straighten Up and Fly Right during World War II, and it made 500,000. It sold 500,000 copies. And then, and it's kind of sad because when he did buy this house in 1948, his honey voice, baritone, singing, wonderful voice, was singing all over the land. Nature Boy, then Mona Lisa, 1950, and then Too Young, a #1 hit, 1951, and Unforgettable. Can you believe that? Wonderful angel voiced man. He was making so many people happy, and yet these idiots around here didn't want him living here. They should have been proud that that wonderful man wanted to live here. And they said that since, Natalie said that since the house was sold in '72, that there's been a succession of black families that have always lived here. And she said that her fondest memories, because she was born in 1950, she said that her fondest memories was having the 40-foot Christmas tree here out in front, where the whole family would decorate the tree. And Mal Torme, if you know, he wrote that wonderful song, and it was a giant monster hit in 1946. And one more thing, when he sang Route 66 in 1946 also, He made so much money for the fledgling Capitol Records that to this day, the first circular office building known as Capitol Records, built in 1956, to this day it's still called the house that Nat built, because they were able to buy it with all the monster profits that old Nat was bringing for Capitol Records. And here it is, 401 South Muirfield. And if you're at all interested, this is where in this area where the great, famous, wealthy Howard Hughes lived during the 1930s while filming Hell's Angels in 1930, I think. I'm going to take you to his house now, and I just want to give you people all over the world a gander of the Hancock Park area of Los Angeles. And that house back there, that was 0.7 acres, and it's 6,831 square feet, and it was built in 1924. And Nat, he was born March 17th 1919, and he died February 15th 1965 of lung cancer, sadly. And look at all these wonderful old homes from the 30s and 40s when old Hollywood lived here. And I'm going to also take you fans of old Hollywood, I'm going to take you to where John Barrymore lived in the 1930s. Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Cole, for your wonderful music and your wonderful voice. And may you be in a better place. Good night, sweet prince. Thank you. And please subscribe to my channel.